Hello and welcome to Paydirt TV. I'm Dominic Piper. Today I'm joined by Ron Heeks, Managing Director of Larvotto Resources. Ron, thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Dominic. Great to be here.
Ron, I was looking at the company obviously listed at the back end of last year, December last year. It looks like the classic portfolio of an exploration junior, assets in several different jurisdictions, Queensland, New Zealand, and also WA. But it feels like in the last couple of weeks that the Air project here in Western Australia has really come to the fore. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no, it is fair to say. There's been a lot of interest in the project for quite a while. It's a very large grassroots project, but there's a lot of activity been happening around us, and so we're picking up on a lot of neurology. We started with some geochemistry, which has highlighted some fascinating things. We've got a great nickel copper anomaly on the Jimbalana dike, which Galileo has sort of made a little bit famous to the west of us. We've got some rare earths that Anglo have turned up, and we've recently released something about that. And there was always the lithium potential, given that we're just south of LIONTOwn's Waldania deposit, and those rocks definitely come into our area. We've got a lot of pegmatite float around the area, but we do have most of our areas covered by a thin layer of soils. So we've done some geochemistry over that and got some really nice lithium anomalies as well. So it really is a project that just keeps on giving. On the back of that, we've been approached by a couple of groups, in particular Waratah out of North America, and they've come in with a very attractive royalty deal that takes 2 million in shares and another 1.4 in royalty and offtake agreements. And to come in at such an early stage of the project is for us is just fantastic. It's a great endorsement of the project, and we'd like to think that the management team as well and the field teams, and it's going to give us a chance to really move that project on a lot more than what we had originally budgeted for in our prospectus when we listed. So there's a lot of money that we can throw out there. It's at the stage where really it needs RAB and RC drilling. We hadn't allocated for that, so the funds coming in to work on that will really move that project forward in the very near term.
It must be, as you mentioned, it must be a really boost of confidence, not only to bring in North American institutional investors, but to have them take a royalty so early in the project obviously gives a sense of what they see in the project and in WA Lithium as a whole. Yeah,
I think so. They've done quite well in other deals that they've done, and good on them for coming in early and taking that risk. There should be more of it. It's great to see, but it does augur well for the project. We've now got a good major shareholder sitting behind us as well, which for a junior is excellent, and we've already got another couple, so we've got a very good register, and all of that helps if we move things along, and that's what's happening here. So it will be interesting to see how it goes and how it pans out. It's a big area, highly prospective, and we've just got to go through environmental permitting and native title permitting. And then of course find a drill rig, which isn't always that easy these days, but get in there and test these things through that soil cover and see what's going on underneath.
So with nickel, copper, lithium, rare earths, have you got a clear strategy in your mind or on the planning table to how you're going to take this project forward?
Certainly the focus is the lithium side. The rare earths has only come to light recently, and we would like to follow that up a bit more and understand that. We've got a lot of rare earth activity happening within the Albany-Fraser terrain, which runs through our tenement, and is being quite prospective for companies just to the south of us. So we'll certainly be moving that on in a smaller way, and it's about time we probably moved ahead on the nickel and the copper. And potentially PGEs. That's what we were sort of targeting when we put the package in anyway. The Jimbalana is well known for prospectivity for that, as you're seeing from Galileo. So we need to advance that as well, and that's getting pretty close to drill status as well.
So apart from you've got the Mount Isa, some Mount Isa tenements up there in Queensland. Have you been able to get on the ground up there this year?
Yes, we've just completed our first very small drill program. It did get cut short, unfortunately. We had a lot of heavy rains. It just hasn't seemed to stop raining in Mount Isa this year. Certainly the cattle growers are happy, but not so much for us. But it's looking interesting. It's 900 plus square kilometres, a very interesting package. Logistically fantastic. You know, we're on the ground 20 minutes after you leave the airport, so it's got everything that you need in the way of logistics and support. We've big area to work through. Prioritising targets is easily our biggest problem up there, and we're working through all of that now. And you know, a lot of good news to come out of there, I believe. Yeah, it's very prospective.
And you've also got gold on the North Island in New Zealand near Rotorua there.
Yeah, that's an interesting project as well. It's an area where there's a lot of gold there already. Big areas of lower grade mineralisation, 100 to 200 metres thick at sort of 0.3 grams, 0.4 grams. So it's unlike any epithermal that I've worked on before. And so we know there's a lot of gold there. What we're trying to do is find out where the source of that is. We've got a geophysics program going on there as we speak, and really looking forward to the results of that to target the feeder zones into that big, broad mineralised zone near surface. And then it's a matter of drilling. And being an epithermal, you'll know when you're in the system pretty quickly, so we're not going to have to put too much effort into drilling to work out whether we're in the money. It's a big Wahi lookalike. So what we're really targeting there is a higher grade underground operation, probably starting from 150 metres on the information that we've got and the knowledge that we've got there now. But as far as following the classic epithermal model, it doesn't get much closer. It's what you expect to find, and what we are seeing from the information we've got is very, very good. So, you know, we'll have those geophysics results out in a month or so, and hopefully a drill target will come out of that.
It's Ron. It's like we said at the start. It's a classic combination, a portfolio of different assets and different commodities and jurisdictions. It's not been easy for juniors and new IPOs in the last 12 months, but you guys seem to have, Larvotto seems to have pulled itself together and found some market support. What's the key to that? Is it really been the results you've been able to produce?
I think certainly the results, particularly on the lithium side, that's attracted the most interest. There's no doubt about that. And for, you know, our sort of third rank project when we listed, to see that is excellent and a good reward. I think it's handy to have a few things on the go. I've never really been in favour of just being a one-trick pony. You need a couple of irons in the fire as a junior. Exploration is a very high-risk business. It's good to have a few things going. And as we're seeing, gold is up and down, copper is up and down. I'm an extreme copper bull. There's no doubt that copper is going to go up, and copper shortfalls will occur with the electrification of the planet. So there's very little doubt there. Lithium driven by the same factors. So it does make it interesting. You know, we've got this problem I've never had before of what do you analyse for, because there's so many potential things that we're now looking for. So it's good, and it's a challenge. It has been a challenge. You know, getting gear and getting people has been very difficult, especially for juniors. But I think we're seeing that freeing up a little bit now.
I think it's a very envious position that you find yourself in, Ron. Thanks for joining us today. Best of luck, and we'll keep an eye out for those results, both from Mount Isa and then from the work you've started on here in Western Australia. So we'll see you soon.
Thanks, Dominic.